there because our own understanding, our own limitation of the idea of God stops it there, stops it going beyond. Knowing this intentionally, I don't use the word God, and I use either it is universal consciousness or the creator or the source, or in this way, in this manner, or the one. So this is the way to avoid the limitation created by our own image of God. So this image, why it is different to the different people, that is what our topic of discussion today. We will understand that why it happens. It is normal. I'm not saying that it is something wrong, or people are not correct. I'm not saying that. Everything is right in one particular level. So that we'll discuss today. So and why the image? Because God, somebody is Lord Shiva with Jatadhari and with Sap and all those things. Some people it is Narayan, some people it is maybe Kali, it's Durga, or anyone. It can be some people it is Jesus Christ, some people Buddha, some people is Allah, and some it's okay. It's all that's all fine. But that image itself is not allowing us to understand that what is the truth. So spiritual journey is all about knowing the truth as it is, without any interpretation. The moment any kind of interpretation comes, any kind of analysis comes, then any kind of focus comes, then it changes. It's the true nature of it. So, and that itself become our limiting point. So that I will discuss one by one, how it developed, what the period of time when the people are more and more aware. It's the awareness development of human being, and that's the path we are in on the planet Earth, to develop our awareness and go to the final realization of our, the ultimate realization of human being. That is the final product. But this process is that the step by step we understand, then it will be clear that what is happening at each level. All of us at different level of that, and we can easily correlate with that. No, you don't need somebody else to tell you where you are, but you can get it by yourself. And is so-called the God is Amarjyoti ji is saying that God is it is G-O-D. G is the generator, O is the operator, and D is the destroyer of that universe. So we know that in other places also, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in Hinduism. Brahma is a creator, and Vishnu is that is maintaining that universe, and finally Mahesh, Shiva, is a destroyer of that. Destroyer means end of the cycle and to start the new one. So this cycle and that God represent. That's what Amarjyoti ji once he was mentioning. That this is the short form of that is God. So just I thought it is interesting to share. But as so with this understanding is clear that it is, so drop any idea you may have about God. So any idea will obstruct. So now instead of telling the universal consciousness of creator, I will now, for this particular session, I will mention God. I will utter. Normally I don't, but in this I will utter, but don't bring any of your idea of God into this. There are our spiritual understanding is there are two words are most misinterpreted in this world, and one of them is God, another one is love. Okay, they're most misunderstood, misinterpreted things. Just take it just for information. So that's why I was careful that not to mention the title as it is a different version of the God. It is, but I didn't mention it because to be technically correct. So I said the creator. Okay. But now we will mention as a God. So first what happens is the human being in the earlier days and all, their awareness was limited only to the physical level. Physically, what you can see, what you can touch, and all those kind of things, and they to survive. Maybe there was jungle, and you have to, even to eat, you have to, go climb a tree to get a fruit or kill an animal, and all those kind of things, all the physical things. And there were a lot of dangers into living in the forest or cave or whatever it is. So they needed somebody to protect them. From that, the idea of God has come. There is something, beyond their physical reality, somebody to protect them. There are different rituals that develop, like different tribes, which it is still there, develop to worship something which is beyond their control. And most of the time, that particular forces which is beyond their control, those they saw in the nature, like a sun, the rain, and like a flood, and all this comes. And particularly, they were very, very much concerned about the thundering, the sound and the light that creates. So they think that is God has angry, and if it is fine, nice sunny day, and the God is happy, and things like that. Yeah, basically they want that somebody to protect them, some identity to protect them. So that is a physical level of understanding of God as a protector. So to protect them from any kind of danger, physical danger, so that they don't fall into some accident, or they don't get hurt or killed and things like that. So that is a physical level. So it is easy to understand. So for us, all of us also at the time of, we have to survive something. We just pray to God for the physically to survive and all those kind of things. So that is, we are associating that with God. So this is quite normal, and this is what the basic. It is coming from our basic instincts that we understand that physically where power is limited, we cannot do much. We cannot do up to a certain level, but not much. Then the next level was, and that goes into the ego level. Ego level is basically, it is when we are controlled by our mind. So humanity also evolved, and we started, putting our intelligence in to whatever we do. Maybe we means the human being. They have developed will, and all these kind of things, that weapon to kill the animals, much better way, faster way, and protect themselves. They developed those houses and to protect fences and all this kind of things. Here in that level, in the intellect level, why it is the ego level? Because there comes the me, my own interest comes first than anybody else. So I need to feed myself, I need to do that. Those are the basic instinct, which is in the earlier happened, but here they wanted to be better than the others. There is some competition, and we have to win the competition. I need to be better than the others. So I need to be top. I need to be more power. I need the more money. I need the more bigger houses and all those kind of things. So in that sense, our intellect and the mind, when it is controlling us, so we were governed by all this ego, all the things which boosting our ego, what gives us the me, the entity as a satisfaction. So in that process, when we try to win something and all, we need somebody to help us to win, to satisfy our ego, or we need more of that. So we pray to someone, give me more of this, give me more wealth, give me more land, give me more power. So that more and more and more we need. So that is coming from that our intellect and the ego mind, and that has been reflected in many centuries, and even now. If you see, there are many mantras. Like if you know the mantra of worship the goddess Durga, so there is a mantra that Yashang Dehi, Dhanang Dehi, Rupang Dehi, Badang Dehi, and Dehi, give this, give me money, give me power, give me beauty, and give me what is called fame. So I'll give these things. So this all giving, asking for all those things from something higher than us, more powerful than us. That is how the God was described in the level where we are governed by our ego mind. It came from that time, or it is not necessarily that I am talking about the humanity's growth. It can be individual growth also. Individual growth, or some people may have grown much earlier. Some people are still in the primitive state. It is possible. What makes the difference is the awareness level. Awareness level decides your operating level. So whatever the level you are aware of, that will be your level of operation. That's how you think, that's how you act, that's what you do, and that's how you choose your God. Because that is what I am trying to explain today, that up to your level of awareness, that from that level you choose God. So it doesn't matter what is the truth, but our level is always based depending upon our own awareness. That's what I was telling, the God of your understanding. The masters say the God of your understanding means the level you are, based on that you select. Based on select and define God, and based on that level of awareness, you ask something from God, or you don't ask something, or based on that, you operate and communicate with that. And the way of communication is also different in the different level of awareness. So, and this part, I think everybody is aware that we wanted to, from the ego level, we wanted to be achiever. We wanted to be the top. We wanted to be the best. We wanted to better and all, better, bigger, faster, and richer, and all these kind of things we want. And we pray that God help us to get there. So that's what I was mentioning about this mantra. So this is what, okay, Nirupam is saying picture quality of RPA is poor. Is anybody facing that? Anybody else? Vikas, okay. Okay, Sonia.
Yes.
Yes.
Picture quality is not good?
But your voice is clear and audible.
Okay. Because from my side, it is all okay, it's showing. So I'm not sure, but fine. So Uma, you are recording today? Uma? Uma is there?
Now video has paused. Yes, now it is started.
Video you cannot see?
It is blurred.
But we can hear you properly, Guruji.
Yes, video quality is poor, but audio is fine.
Can hear you.
Fine.
Okay. Fine.
Others
So
can switch
then,
off the video actually. Others can switch off the videos.
Okay. So all right. So let me continue. So okay. So now I hope voice is clear. So I will continue. So I don't know. Maybe so there is some network issue. So But if you are recording, Uma, let me know that so that at least people can hear the recording. And I don't know whether in the recording video will come or not, but we will continue. Okay, so now, so we'll go to the next level. So in this process of all these egoistic things, then, so people, what happened is that we go into a level where we get so many things and start getting frustrated, So now, like if we are earlier, there is a warrior and things, the fighting to get to the top, etc. Then, of course, not everybody can go to the top, not everybody can win, and all those things. So there are many disappointments and many things people want but didn't get. The percentage of going higher and higher. And mostly people realize that in the life there are few glimpses of happiness, and most of the things are disappointments. So in that, then people they realize that getting the peace of mind is more important than winning something. Peace of mind, that calmness, so that we can experience life. We are not getting acceptance of, we are not getting something, not getting everything we want from life. Those comes of experience, that wisdom that being developed within us, and then we start to get something. We start to realize, to portray and pray to some entity who can give us that mental peace, at least to live. Too much instability, too much running like a rat race of this life and the world and all those things, it doesn't worth it. Whatever the things, whatever first you run, and whatever the length, height you achieve, at the moment, some moment, you will thak jate hain, people get tired. Need somebody to take care of you when you are getting tired. We are not winning anymore, or few wins, but a lot of losses, and we have to withstand with that, take count of that. So we need that power to do that, and then from there the wisdom comes that to experience life from the witness level rather than the active level. So then we praying that give us that power of witnessing life, like a power of detachment, also we call it in the spiritual terms. That is also, we need to learn how to get detached from each and every things happening in our life. And the Bhagavad Gita says, Ma phaleshu kalachana, just because of this. But too much attached with the result, and all the dissatisfaction, unhappiness, the what is called the troubles, or our own depression. People are going into depression, all those things because of expectation, too much attachment with the result. So when we understand that, then we are not looking for somebody who give us win all the time, because we realize it's not possible. Statistically also, maximum we can win 50%, half of the time. So now here this comes to the level where we develop that, and we develop that our strength comes from the peace of mind, not winning. How many times you keep on fighting and keep on going into a war and fight with the external world and thing, and it is not possible. And even if you are fighting, it is winning is not guaranteed all the time, and you have to come back with the defeat and loss and things like that. So from there we choose to be peaceful. We give the value of the peace, and then we are worshipping something who can maintain peace, who can give us that peace, both internally as well as externally. We understood that without peace, nothing can grow. Means if there is some land is always disturbed, always flood comes and goes every day, that tree cannot grow there. And if some places disturbed every time, nothing can happen. You need to in the peaceful period to do that. There comes and the level of understanding. So we want the peaceful period in our life. We need the peace and tranquility, the serenity. That is both mental peace and not too much of drama in our external life. Because those kind of drama, they suck our energy out, because our energy is limited. Of course, human being cannot have the endless power. And those, if we drain our energy into all those things, this is just not worth it. So we need something to for us to get into that, who can give us that peace. So this is, you can see this particular period in our spiritual terms, we call, here people get to the mode of a seeker, spiritual seeker. You are seeking something which is more meaningful, more of a value, rather than just winning and go with your ego. Understood by that time that ego has driven us too much, that that is the major issue of most of our problems. Most of our life's problems is our ego driven. Whether we took a fight with somebody, or we cheat people and we want something which we don't not yet deserve, but we want it anyway. We want some pleasure in life, then even at the cost of others, we are ready to do it. And these kind of things create more complexity, more trouble. And there, end of the day, we ourselves suffer from it. So there comes, we are looking for some mental peace. And this particular peace, we start searching. And in this particular level, we are start searching in the outside world. We go and visit different places, and so if you go there and they have something, we go and try to find out if they can give us something which we can make me peaceful. It is still about me, but at least it is going different places, not to the route of winning, getting more, and all those kind of things. So from there, in this particular stage, when you're seeking, then something also happened inside us. Our way of looking life changes. Some voice inside us also comes up, which earlier we didn't listen. In the peace, we also understood that we need to be silent. Otherwise, we'll not be able to go to that peacefulness, because peace is all about calm down. Be silent, be there, be receptive, be ready to listen, rather than all the time talking and fighting and winning and things like that. Then something opens up within us, and then some kind of inner voice, they start coming. We don't know what it is, but there is something, inner guidance comes, and that is the level of intuitive level. We understand that we need not to go look for everything outside. There is something inside me that also can guide me and tell me something, and that is valuable, and it is having much, much higher value. And in that particular case, that is the intuitive level. From that inner, those kind of, we're still searching, by the way. We have not got there, but at least some faculty within us opened up, and we realize that external world is not everything, and not everything will get it from the outside world. Intuitive faculty opens up, and then that from that we discover a different type of God, different type of power, that we are internally connected. It is nothing to do with what we got, we don't get, or all those kind of things. Neither anything to do with the mind. Not driven by the, ego or mental peace or something like that. Something greater than that. We realize there is some power, and we are internally connected. We are somehow, I'm getting some kind of communication, some kind of power. I can feel that. From when that opens up, then our perception of the God, that awareness level develop, where come the feeling level. In this feeling level, we become more understanding. We more understanding, and another faculty opens up, that is our heart. We are, as I said, it is a matter of feeling. So then our power center changes from the intellect to the heart. So we connect to the heart and governing power of that heart, and that is where we feel the presence of God. That a God which is a loving, is a pure loving entity, and we can feel there operating through me, and it is a loving in nature, not the initially where it is a protector or achiever. Achiever means it is like an angry God, like if we follow this we will get this, if we don't follow we'll get punished, that kind of idea of God. In this level, we come to that level of awareness. There is no one is punishing us or pushing us or demanding something from us. That level, in the ego level, God was portrayed as a modified king, is a powerful entity and dictating the terms, rules and regulations, and all those kind of things. But here we realize it is not that. So rather, we can get that the idea of a God which is loving, caring, forgiving, full of wisdom, full of love. And this kind of thing you intuitively feel. If coming from inside, you feel that your presence is there. You still don't know what it is, but there is some feeling is there. So it all started with that peacefulness earlier, but it is coming now, it is expressing itself as a love, and it is like a compassion and things like that coming out from it. And the source of that is somewhere much, much greater than your individuality, and that is the intuitive level. Through intuition, when the intuitive power opens up, then your awareness of God changes. And that level, that God is very loving, very caring, forgiving. So at that level. In this level, normally, that to come to the level, we needed some external help. And most likely at this level, when we're looking at a seeker, I said the earlier level was seeker level. In this, you may be getting some help from outside. Maybe somebody you have come in touch with, some kind of method, some master, something which will help you to open up this faculty and open up that one. And peacefulness comes with, of course, with this meditation and all you learn out of that, going into the silence that I mentioned earlier. So, and that opens up your heart, so, and then you realize your own view of God changes because of that. Intuitive faculty opens up. Then when you go more into that, more into such practices, more into that, then you understand that the external world is not everything. External experiences are not everything. There is something is within us that need to be experienced. That is our individual experience. And slowly, when you operate from that, we go to the level where we can connect through the internally with much, much bigger, higher powers. We are going to the level of the higher dimensions, and that is the thing that we can experience them directly. We don't need any help of anyone, because those levels cannot be gifted to you. You need to go on your own. Like that I explained, if you are hungry, that you need to eat food by yourself. You cannot have somebody else is eating on your behalf. They can guide you, they can teach you what to eat, what not to eat, and all those kind of things, how to eat, where to get the food, this kind of stuff, but not actually the experience of having the food. So by the time you get there, you started getting the direct experience of that, direct experiences of the inner world, direct experiences of the higher dimensions. And all these experiences are unique. So that is the level that your in so-called your inner journey starts with understanding and awareness. Understanding and awareness are the two wings of this bird who can fly into the inner world and the higher dimensions. Yeah. So there, once you go and internally you visit or go different places, then you experience. You have own direct experience. Maybe you are the first time. Nobody has said that before. Nobody has explained that before. But you get those experiences. Yeah. So in this, you can say that you are getting in directly in touch with your higher self, or I call it a soul consciousness. So that's your own soul consciousness guides you into this path. It is your inner journey, your inner guide, inner guru is your own soul consciousness. At this level, you start communicating, you get into the direct guidance, and that inner guidance takes you, your higher self takes you for the higher dimensions and level of expanded awareness, and there you go where you need to go or need to experience, and the experience you download, the knowledge you download there's a truth, uncontaminated version, the truth as it is. So the universal truth, the Brahma Gyan. So you get that directly. So, and of course, with help of your higher self or higher power or soul consciousness or whatever name you call it, inner guru. Then you go and have that kind of experiences, and at that level, again, your awareness about God changes. So your God is no longer whatever you have experienced earlier. You realize that it is, you have that experience that it is not only the physical universe, there are many, many domains are there. You become the multidimensional being. You visit different, yes, and you see the marvel of all those different dimensions by the same creator. So your idea of that God is not limited to the physical reality, or not limited to what you eat, what you wear, or not related to what you achieve and whatever you have, or not even related to what you want, the peace and all those kind of things, your mental thing, or that is much, much beyond that. And those are the things you come to the level of the direct experiences. And that experiences, that is the level of awareness you have about the creator. It is, you see that creator as that, omnipotent, omnipowerful, omni-known, omni-knowledge, omnipresent entity. So that is the time you can experience that. It is not hearing something about it. As I mentioned, that if somebody else eat on your behalf, if somebody is explaining how God is, then it is his or her experience, not yours. But here you are experiencing that firsthand yourself. You are experiencing that. So this is what the direct experience is all about. When this experience matures, then you realize, you can say that is a level of enlightenment. Yeah? So when this experience matures, then you realize that You are the co-creator of all your own realities, co-creator of your own world, co-creator of anything, even the internal. You are your own co-creator of your life. Why co? Because you are equally powerful with that the original creator. For what you are having in your life, to whom you come across, what you have, what is the level of intelligence you have, what is the type of life you will lead, and what are the type of obstacle you need to overcome, and all those things is pre-planned by you, your higher self, soul consciousness. So it is you who choose to walk the path this way. So whatever you are facing in this life, there is no one to blame for, no one to get protected from, no one to complain about, no one to give you rescue package by God. No, nothing is needed. It is you who created it to achieve something. The purpose of that life will also be revealed to you, and you understand this is what it is. So that is the spiritual level. You understand that you are co-creator of your own reality. You have everything within yourself what you need to lead a life. Only that faculty need to open up. That awareness need to go to that level so that you can operate from there. And that is the spiritual enlightenment is all about. It is not going to somebody and beg. Many a times I told it is not about what method you follow, what guru you follow, that makes the difference. It is the Guru Tattva, the knowledge, the Gyan, which has flown. It is only to come to you for you to implement it. That's all. It is not about something outside you which will give you that result. It is your awareness which will give you the result, what you are really actually designed for, you come here to experience. At certain level, you have power to change that as well. You have the power to change your own life. So at that level, that's the spiritual level or enlightened level, that is the one you realize that this is what it is. So you are just like a co-creator. You are like a friend with the creator. The God is your friend. And this kind of realization, friendship also the different type, or not friend, you can say the relationship, relationship also with you have a direct relationship with the God. And that relationship also matures as per your own level of awareness. It may start with the father-son or mother-daughter relationship or whatever. Then it can go to a brother, then a friend. And the highest level of that is that the lover, like two entities, single, Ardhanarishwar. So, or Radha Krishna, the symbolism of that. So that is their same, but there are two are merged into one. So, and from there, that the highest level that goes further is the oneness. That is the highest level possible, that you feel that you are the creator. You are no longer a co-creator. You are the creator. You are the one who created everything, including the universe. And that is why you can feel that everything, whole universe is within you. You are that. So you are that, or I am consciousness, or whatever the different places, different. It is explained in a different way. Ultimately, it is the realization of the oneness. You are the one, and we are one. That is the ultimate realization, self-realization. So not only your life, but everything else is created by you. And that level, we are all connected. All of our seventh body is same. That is ultimate one. That is the same body. So all whatever we are in this level, if you see that one is the whole universe is operating within you. You are the creator. All universe is pulsating with your heartbeat. That kind of sensation. If you pray to someone, it feels like you are praying to yourself. Okay, because there's no one else. You are the one. So that is the ultimate awareness, level of awareness and realization that is possible, and that is the level of oneness. So this is how the realization of the God that changes, and as I said, it is a different level. So anyone having it can people can have any one level of their, mostly they operate from a particular level, and that should be their level of the awareness. The ultimate one, that the oneness, people cannot stay there. They need to come down, because we are in a physical reality, so we cannot stay all the time there, people tried that to disconnect from the physical reality, try to isolate themselves and all those things, but it's still very difficult. So we can experience and then come down. So there will be some level when we are comfortable with, and that is your natural level of operation. Even though understanding wise you may have it temporary and all, but you can still stabilize someplace. And these are the level of the understanding of the creator, of the God. And last but not the least, let me explain it to you. The fundamental difference, as I mentioned, the level of awareness is the one. This level of awareness is also directly correlated with your own vibration, your PVF, cellular vibrancy. So the way your cellular vibration is, that is the level of your awareness. Spiritual level is 700 plus in PVF, which is enlightenment, the vibration, and the intuitive level and all those things, that is a 500, the love and above vibrations. And of course, there is lower, the physical and all those things, though are lower than that. So this is the key to reach to that level of awareness through the vibration. When you reach to the highest level, you realize that everything is a vibration. It's all about how you vibrate, and your vibration attracts that level of vibration towards you. And same your experiences are. If your experiences are all, it is not so good, or you don't like something, you understand that the time has come to change your own vibration to the higher level. I'm not saying that your physical reality will change. I'm saying that your own level of awareness will change, so that you can face that, you can understand that, and you can have the power to do that much better and easier. And then from there, further things will open up, which will give you an understanding, and you will realize how perfect the universe is, because it is created by you, and all of us, like we are one. So it is all perfect. It is not imperfect. So higher with the vibration we go, and then we realize the purpose of each and everything. And then it gives the truth itself liberate us. The truth, understanding of the higher truth. Mahatma Gandhi also said, Satyameva Jayate, means the truth liberates you. It comes to the level where in the direct experience level, also the level we can realize a lot of metaphysical things. We can understand how healing happens, how the miracle happens, how all those kind of things. Those are also understood into that level, and we can realize that, which is practically such is not available in the physical world. How that operates, understand that clearly. The clarity comes. There is no level of confusion. The mind level is much below. There's no confusion. There's only direct experiences, and that's how we make the progress and go to the ultimate one. So this is the 7 level. So I just hit once more the levels where we started with the physical level, then ego level, then witness level, then intuitive level, then direct experience level, then spiritual or enlightenment level, and then finally the oneness, the level of oneness. So that is, with this, I will conclude this learning session. So if you have any question, you can ask me now.
Guruji, it seems these levels are like from your childhood to your maturing. As you are maturing, as you are child, you are scared to be scared from a dog or from somebody, and then you grow up slowly. Slowly, you start getting into the competitive world, and at about 50 or so, you realize that these things are of not any value. Peace is most important, and slowly you grow into a mature person, and then you realize that one needs to move towards enlightenment.
That is true. But I need to add something here. It is not true for everybody. Some people, they remain child, lifelong. They don't grow beyond that ego level.
Agreed,
That is
Guru.
also there. Means statistically saying 99% people in this world, they leave their body dying without going beyond ego. Ego means basically chakra. It is same thing equivalent to the chakra as well. So if you see the 7 level may be related to the 7 chakras. So roughly. So this most of the people, they die with only lower 3 chakras active, not beyond this heart and above not opened. So that Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipura. Manipura is ambition, power and all greed and all this kind of thing. So only up to there, and they leave the body, and that life ends there. It doesn't go beyond that. So most of the 99% people, they do that in the physical world. So in that sense, you are right. But at the same time, that it is not necessarily that people in a single lifetime, they cross all the levels. For that, you need the dedication and sadhana. You need guidance, you need sadhana, and you need desperate will to be there. And some people call it lagan mein agan hona chahiye. Okay, only wishing. I wanted to get enlightened. I want that. It is not good enough. Okay, it's that complete what is called the surrender and willingness to walk the path ultimately takes there. So that is, I was telling, the awareness and understanding, but the bird and the tail is the attitude of gratitude. That takes you much, much further into this journey. Otherwise, every other turn of this journey, the ego is sitting in the corner and try to jump and try to pull you out of the path. Every time the ego, they do it. Everything goes a little bit here and there. They said, look what you are getting, So you're not getting it, so you're still suffering and all those kind of stuff. And this happened, even me happened many times. And but what happens is, when you go into the level of communication, then you get your answers as well. In the lower level, answers are not available. But in the higher level, answers are available. Whether you like it or not, that is a different thing. Sometimes I get the answer that not only this, whatever your so-called obstacles and things, difficulties you are suffering in life, this particular phase is nothing to do with you. You have completed everything yours. This particular phase was needed for you to clear all your what is called the vangs, that the family history, anything, anybody stuck anywhere, you are helping them to get released. Sometime earlier also it happened that something went and then started getting into inquiry, that sense of inquiry, that why it is happening, for understanding and all those things. That even understanding that the divine or the higher self wants all that things to be completed in this life itself. So there is no other life needed. Whatever your things are, not necessarily always karmic. Whatever the things you need to get purified, or in your soul's agenda, you need to learn something. But that didn't happen. That opportunity didn't come in the previous lifetime. So that opportunity will be given now. Suppose how to deal with a grief. I'm just saying, for example, it is not come because you've done some bad karma, you wanted to have it. Maybe you will lose somebody near and dear ones in the family and feel the grief, and you overcome that. It is not a punishment. Just because you have it in your agenda, in your bucket list of soul, you will have something like that to get over it and all those kind of things. Yeah. So those kind of things, because our higher self wants in all this, we completed in this life itself. No further, birth and death. That is a liberation. And for that, you have to pay something. It is not hunky-dory after that, that sometimes that also happens. But that is also by our own choice, our choice of our own higher self, this happens. It doesn't come as a punishment. Many cases in my life also, sometimes something happened, some unplanned thing, or some maybe major loss of money and things like that happened. And I said that, I don't recall anything that I have done consciously. I surrendered myself to spirituality and all. Why this is happening? I just needed an understanding. I was given that understanding that it is not a punishment. It is a process that you need to undergo to have something, to reach something better, So this is a process. So if you don't take it as this is your punishment, so this is not a punishment. This is not a balancing the karma, but normally people understand that way. And you may lose a lot of money, but you will get everything back. This is just a process you have to go through. So this kind of thing. So this is a process we need to undergo, and many processes we need to undergo by our own choice, by our own self-actualization to perfect ourselves. Even not bad, but it is at that level, the hierarchy of needs, the martial arts law, if you see the pyramid, the self-actualization, you need to be a better version of yourself, what you had been yesterday. For that also, you need to, and that level, you have to work, you have to go further and further. So for that also, these kind of things plays out. But you will get the understanding, the why. So it is not a blind, and it is not that unfair and all this kind of things. It is not that. Okay.
Thank you,
Anyone
Guruji.
else having any other? God bless you. Yes, Vikas. You unmute yourself.
I have two questions actually. One is, as you mentioned, heart chakra open. Many people die before the heart chakra opens. Then what are the signs? How to know that heart chakra is open? For a self.
The simplest way to understanding is whether the person is selfish or selfless. Okay. If the person's behavior, thoughts, words, and actions are selfish in nature, that is for me and self-gratification. I want this, I want pleasure, I want to live life, I want this and that, then it is heart chakra has not opened. Okay. But if somebody you see that it is a mixture maybe, but also taking care of others and helping others and doing charities and by own, not for show. So they are doing it, then the heart chakra has been opened up. And when you practice like we do Kriya and etc., when it fully opens up, then you govern by that. So all your actions will be the love in action, which is called compassion. Compassionate action, but that is when it is fully opened up. But if you have this sense of charity, helping others, helping in nature, so then that means the heart chakra has been opened up. It is operating.
Okay, thank you. Second question, in continuation. You also mentioned that peace of mind and silence. Then what comes first? Whether you have to be silent and then peace of mind comes, or if the peace of mind is there, then automatically silence comes.
See, peace of mind come later. First, we need to understand how we need to, reduce our like a communication with the external world. If we keep on occupying ourselves, mind into the different external world, whether by the talking, that is a verbal silence, or the mental silence also is needed. If mind is always cooking something and we are reacting and we are in tension with this and that and all, then also it is not possible to reach to that level. So first the silence, first before that verbal silence, you need to sit down for some time. Some people, they cannot sit also. 10 minutes they cannot sit in one place. So first you sit down, then try to practice that. So physical movement is silenced, then verbal silence. Then normally that is a meditation. We go close our eyes, and so that we don't get any input, things as much as possible. Then slowly mind activity comes down through the meditation. So all these are part of that process. But mental silence comes later. First, you need to understand how to, at least for some part of the day, for 10-15 minutes, to exclude ourselves in the day-to-day activities and all those kind of things, and try to contemplate, try to internalize, and try to be silent. Some people, they may not know meditation, but they just close their eyes and be silent. That's enough. So that you can detach. That is a technique to detach from the inputs from the external world. So that is a first step. And on the other way around, the flip side of it, if they cannot, those people where the mind is always active, they cannot silence themselves. Always you see they are doing some activity or something. So some major changes, you see that when they enter into room, switch on the TV. When you enter in the car, immediately start some music, because they cannot withstand silence. Sometimes they are fearful of silence, so they need something to get occupied into, If there is nothing calling somebody and talking all verbiage, all these kind of things, they cannot. On the other way, who has already grown into that, the higher level of awareness, they enjoy silence. One of our sessions was how to go from the loneliness to aloneness, to all-in-oneness.
Yes.
So that time you don't feel lonely. People, they feel lonely, try to get occupied with a calling or TV or something, some external thing. But without that also you can enjoy that your loneliness to aloneness. In Hindi, they call is one is called lonely is called what?
Akelapan.
Akelapan, correct.
Ekant.
No, akelapan. Ekant is the that is the aloneness. That is ekant. Ekant you can enjoy. That is spiritual quality. But akelapan is not a spiritual quality. It is your mental, you are not comfortable with being alone. You're feeling bored. You're feeling that you need to talk to somebody, come and do something, and all these things. Okay. So that is what it is from the ekant, from ekant then to the oneness. So that also is that is a spiritual going further. Then you don't need anything else outside you. You are connected with the one.
Guruji, ekant means ek ka bhi ant ho gaya. Even the one finishes and you become one. Oneness comes.
Yeah, so that is one way. So then, but when you go to the oneness itself is full-fledged sentence. You don't need to define ki iska chalu hua and end hua, something like that. Okay, that I am consciousness. I am is a full sentence. Like that's it. You don't need any kind of qualifying word to tell how you are. You are. That's it. All right. Okay, Shreyashi, you raised your hand.
Thank you.
God bless. God bless. Yes, Shreyashi.
Yes, Guruji, I wanted to ask that you were talking about all the levels of understanding of God. So, like for me, whenever I go to temple or anywhere, if like whichever temple it is, whether it is Lord Krishna or Shiva temple or anything, I pray to Babaji and Mataji. And like earlier, before coming under your guidance, also I used to always pray to my parents' guru. So is like for me, this is like God. Okay, so is it okay to be this way? Like, like I'm going to Krishna and the Lord Krishna's temple, and I'm still praying to Babaji. Is it like fine or?
Mm. Let me put it in this way, that you are choosing your own way of approaching the creator. Okay. So it is up to you, your choice. And there is nothing wrong in that, the which way you approach. But still, those are the way. Those are not the ultimate one. Those are the way to reach there. If I wanted to reach there, it means if we go to the, say, temple or something, because from there we feel the connection is better. It doesn't mean that the God doesn't exist outside the temple. Okay, everywhere. It is our choice that we can connect ourselves better. The vibration is better. I was talking, this is all about vibration. If taking some name or doing some ritual increases our vibration, our chance of connection increases. And that is the reason we do. We have all our preferred way of doing things. But only thing you have to realize is any kind of identity is not the ultimate reality. Any kind of identity, say, no matter who is it. At final level, when you go to this level of oneness, at one level, you need to cut the, Acharya Devaya Bhava, means your guru also need to be cut, the connection with the guru, so that you are there, Shivatva, ultimate, the one. Is nothing wrong with that, it was needed for that level. But yourself, that oneness, the realization, you have to cut all these kind of vehicles to go into that level where you are the one. So that is also thing. But there is nothing wrong in getting help or something and using some channel which resonates with you and you walk that path. That's absolutely fine. Okay, and because you might have seen at the time of initiation, if somebody, and I channel Shaktipat, then I mentioned, I'm sure most of you remember, that I tell that you pray to whomsoever you believe. Please get this process, the initiation, the process, get me through. Not necessarily you have to pray to Babaji or Mataji or anybody or the person who is initiating you. Not necessarily. If you remember, I categorically asked that you, to whom you follow. You follow one guru and follow some deity, Ganpati, anybody. No problem with that. Jesus Christ, Allah, to whom you follow, you pray to that entity. Because ultimately it goes to the same place. It is we which think they are different. They are not. Okay. Truth is not that. Truth is we are one. All are one. It is up to you. Like I also mentioned it, explained it this way, that you are climbing a mountain. To reach to the mountain peak, the path you can choose, but our destination is same. If you follow the other path, it will not to take you to the another mountain. It's the same mountain, but the paths are different. People are approaching different way. So whatever you resonate with, whatever you are comfortable with, you follow that. Like eating food. If you are served your favorite food, you more like to get the food in rather than something you don't like. Okay. Because you will not eat it and you will not get the nutrition from that food. So that's why it is better, whatever food you like, you take that. Through that path, you get the nutrition of your body. Same as spirituality. Spirituality has nothing to do with any religion. It's your own self-realization of oneness. You choose this way, that religion, this technique, that technique, this method, that method, this guru, that guru, this yoga, that yoga. It's up to you. What you feel better. No path is better than others. Everything leads to the same. They are different, but leads to the same. Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev said, "Na joto mat tato path." Those many ways, those many opinion, that many paths. That's all. Okay, so there is whatever you feel you are resonating with, you choose that and it will take you there. But my advice is, once you have chosen, don't keep changing. Then you lead nowhere. Some people try something, oh, not happening, oh, go to that other one. But oh, somebody else, he has that much progress made, oh, let me follow, let me ask what he is doing, I'll follow that. Maybe these are all your mind games. Just stick to that. You select, you stick to that, you will be there. Okay, so that is there. There will be ups and downs will come in every path. But you need to stick to that and ultimately it will take you there. That much I can guarantee. But which path is better, which path is good for me, it is up to you to find out, that which resonates with you. And you go through that. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Guruji.
God bless you. Any other question? All right. So there's no other question. We'll go into our Kriya and meditation. Sit straight. And breathe in and breathe out few times.